I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday on Twitch, so come through and be a part of these videos.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Broads here, coming at you live from Twitch. So I'm sure some of you guys have seen my Gladiator Beast deck tutorial, profile, whatever you want to call it. And today I'm going to be bringing you guys something slightly different. This is actually a way better version of the deck, but it's also way harder, and it's also way more expensive. So big disclaimer here before I even really start. This deck isn't really good for beginners. If you're just learning the game, you're trying to figure out the general mechanics, this is also a bit more expensive. You're going to have to be putting in some of your gems to get these cards, and I don't want you to be wasting your gems if it's like a deck that you won't be able to play to your best ability. So basically this deck combines the Tri-Brigade Engine, which I'm sure we're all familiar with. It's one of the best engines in the game, with Gladiator Beast to basically end on some ridiculous board. Now, in general, you can go first or second with this deck. I feel like I can pop off a lot harder going second, but going first is definitely a strong option as well. So getting started here with the monster cards, we have 3 Gladiator Beast Andal. This is the same as the other Gladiator Beast deck. Andal is just super easy to swarm the field with all the cards I have in this deck. I'll teach you a little bit about that as I get to those cards. Next up for the Gladiator Beast cards, we have 2 Test Tiger. Test Tiger just lets you activate a Gladiator Beast effect without having to essentially go to battle, so this card's pretty nice to have it too. I run 1 Gladiator Beast Bestiari. This card is just one of the better main deck Gladiator Beasts because it can pop a spell or trap when it's summoned onto the field. It's also great for just tagging into Geyserus sometimes because you just sometimes have this card on the field with another Gladiator Beast. So definitely have this card at 1. Gladiator Beast Equest is super important in this deck. It's a huge combo extender. I'm sure you'll see in the clips how much this card by itself can extend combos because of the ability to bring a card back out of the grave. I have 2 Rescue Rabbit, same as the other Gladiator Beast deck. This card just helps with summoning the Andals out of your deck and getting some plays going. 1 Gladiator Beast Adarix. Adarix can change its level to a high level Gladiator Beast, which sometimes comes in handy. And lastly, we have our 2 high level Gladiator Beasts here. We have Vespasius, we're running 1 of these, and then we're also running 2 Augustus. Augustus you definitely need 2 of because it lets you summon a Gladiator Beast from hand. This card's probably the most important one. Make sure you have 2 of these. Vespasius, you could maybe even run 0, but I definitely recommend running 1 just because it's good to have a few high-level Gladiator Beasts in case you end up running out and then you just can't summon your big extra deck combo piece. Alright, next up, we're moving on to the Tri-Brigade Engine. We're running 3 Nerval. When he's sent to the grave, you can search a Tri-Brigade from your deck. We're running 1 Karis. This is a free special summon from the hand. Well, actually, it's not free. You have to pitch a card to summon him. But he's really good to just basically get an extra summon onto the board and then make a link play from your graveyard. Then we are running 2 Tri-Brigade Kit. This card, when it's sent to the grave, sends another card to the grave. So anytime you have the option to send a card from your deck to the grave, you'll send Kit, because then Kit will just let you send Nerval, and then Nerval will let you add a card to hand. And lastly, we got 3 Tri-Brigade Fractal. Fractal is like the beefy boy of the Tri-Brigade Engine. He can discard himself to the grave to send a card from your deck to the grave. And the last monsters here we have in the normal like monster deck, we're running 1 of the Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds, and we're running 1 Mist Valley Apex Avian just to summon off of Simorgh. Rip Simorgh just got hit on the ban list today, so hopefully they don't ban it in this game because it's like one of my favorite cards, but I'm assuming it'll get banned at some point. But yeah, Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds basically just prevents both players from special summoning except wind monsters. So keep that in mind. This can lock you out as well, so make sure you have your whole board set up before you bring this out. And then Apex Avian is just an Omni Negate. So anytime they activate any effect, you just bounce this card back to your hand and you negate and destroy it. So this card is nuts. Moving on to the spells and traps, so we have 1 Monster Reborn. Revival spells are really, really nice in this deck for extending plays. I run 1 Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is another one of those cards that can just send Kit to the grave, and then Kit will send Nerval to the grave, and then Nerval will add to your hand. So essentially, Foolish Burial equals getting either Karis or Fractal to your hand. I run 3 Unexpected Die. This is just basically to summon Andal out of the deck. Next is Gladiator Beast Comeback. This is a huge combo extender. You'll see in the clips how this can extend combos. You gotta watch out for which types of monsters you have on the field. For example, if you have a Beast Warrior on the field, you can't use this card to its full potential, so make sure you're paying attention to the types of monsters you have on your field. Otherwise, this card isn't as useful as it could be. We got 3 Fire Formation Tanky. Tanky just lets you search Fractal from your deck to your hand. And next we have our Interruption cards. We run 2 Called by the Grave. This deals with hand traps. This deals with graveyard effects, or if they're trying to revive something from the graveyard, you can banish that card out of the graveyard. It doesn't get revived anymore. And then 3 infinite impermanence. All of you should be spending your ultra rare gems to getting 3 of these. This is like one of the best cards in the whole game. You can negate a monster's effect at the end of the turn, and you can also activate it from your hand. Onto the extra deck here, starting off with the most important combo piece in the extra deck. It's Gladiator Beast Tamer Editor. You can special summon 1 Gladiator Beast from your extra deck. So then I run one of the other fusions. You run 1 Geyserus if you want to pop 2 cards. You run 1 Heraclinos if you want to negate spells and traps. And you also have the 1 Domitianus to negate monster effects and essentially force your opponent's monsters to attack into him. So those are the 4 Gladiator Beast fusions you run, and those are the only fusions you run in this deck. Onto the Link monsters. So we have Link Spider. As I mentioned in the previous deck profile, this card lets you combo off with 2 normal monsters in your hand, which is just generally not possible. We have 1 Salamangreat Almirage. You will only be using this card if you brick with like Tri-Brigade Nerval in your hand. This just lets you kind of like make plays out of a really, really bad hand with Nerval in it, essentially. This card comes in handy quite a bit. But you hopefully aren't summoning this, because if you are summoning this, that means your hand was kind of bad. Next up, low-key, the most important combo Link monster for if you're going second. You'll see in the highlights that I have at the end of this video that this card single-handedly lets you fill up your entire board if they have no interruptions or anything. Essentially, if you're going second, your priority should just be to somehow summon this card. You can summon him off any of the Tri-Brigades or with 2 Gladiator Beast monsters. If he attacks, your opponent can activate effects. He can't be destroyed by battle, so you could attack into anyone and not die. You just hope they don't negate his effects. That's the big thing. So if your opponent negates his effects, it's essentially just the end of your turn. Kind of screws you over. But if you get his effect off and they have no interruptions, you will be able to pop off, as I'm sure you will see in the highlights at the end of this video. Next, we got 2 Test Panther. Super important for the combos in this deck. He actually extends the combo big time. The main important thing to remember about his effect is he can search a card, a Gladiator Beast card from your deck, and not just a monster. So a lot of times you'll link off your editor into Test Panther. Test Panther will search the Gladiator Beast comeback, and then you'll revive editor, and it allows you to use effect again. Next up, we have Cross Sheep. This is another combo extender. It's also a way to get a Beast Warrior off the field. So make sure you go into this card if you have a Beast Warrior preventing you from reviving your editor with Gladiator Beast comeback. And also, if you special summon a fusion monster to one of his Link arrows, you can special summon a level 4 from the grave. And usually with this deck, when you get this card out, you will be special summoning a fusion to one of his arrows. So this just gives you an extra level 4 to make an extra Link play off of. So this card's actually nuts. Then we have a double Dragon Lords. This card is decent going first because you can bounce a card back to your opponent's hand. This is, yeah, like I said, a going first card. And I don't summon this one too much, but it can come in handy. So I would have it at 1 just because there's really not many other better options. Coming up next, this is an optional one. You don't necessarily have to run this one, but this card essentially lets you summon a free Tri-Brigade from your hand. So if you have a Tri-Brigade in your hand and you have no more normal summons, and you have the ability to make this card, maybe go into this card and get a free extra summon, and that might let you make some more Link plays. This card isn't super important though, so you might be able to replace this with other extra deck monsters if you want. Next up is my favorite card in the deck, and yeah, just got hit on the TCG ban list, Simorgh, Bird of Sovereignty. Basically, the only thing that matters about this card is that during the end phase, you get to summon a Winged Beast from your deck, and as I talked about before, you either summon Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds or an Omni Negate. So this card is insane. One of my favorite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! At the moment. Next, we have Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with this card. If you know anything about meta Yu-Gi-Oh! Make sure you have one of these in your collection because you can basically throw this card in any deck and it'll be good. But this card usually is 3 monster negates, so kind of fucked. And lastly, we run 1 Shureg, the Ominous Omen. This is a Link 4 monster that doesn't come out too often, but sometimes you can use him to banish a card on the field, and he just like helps you push for a game. If you know your opponent has no ways to interrupt you and you're just trying to kill them essentially in 1 turn, this card, if you're able to summon him off of one of your Tri-Brigade effects, can be an absolute house. So that's it for the deck, guys. Now that you've seen all the cards, let's go into the highlights and see what the combos look like with this deck. A lot of extravagance. Maybe playing Dinos. I know Dinos play extravagance. Toons. What's up with everyone playing Toons? I was like the only person in the world playing Toons on Duel Links, and now I've come against like 4 Toon decks since this game's come out. Yeah, Toon Harpy Lady. I think we can do some serious damage here. I just need to make sure I play this correctly. Start off with Unexpected Die, of course. Okay, he had nothing to trigger, so we know he doesn't have Ash Blossom in our hand. I highly doubt he has any hand traps right now. I would be very shocked if he did. We're about to end this man's entire career. Send Hit to the grave, activate Hit, do our normal thing. Yeah, Utopic Draco Future is very, very good. Yeah, he has one negate, but that negate also steals your monster. Banish 2, go into Dragacies. Okay, here we go. Okay, bring out our 2 high levels. Use Augustus's effect to summon another Gladiator Beast from the hand. And now we go in. Okay, that was an accident, but luckily I link this guy off anyways. I was just spamming A way too fast. Domitianus. Okay, we link off into Link Panther. Oh, not Link Panther. Test Panther. Link Panther. Like the Pink Panther. Don't know. Test Panther. Okay, we will tag out Andal into Bestiari here to try to pop his Toon Kingdom. He's going to protect it. We know that. Okay, we'll bring back Editor now. Use Editor again. Geyserus. Destroy. Which clears his entire board. Now I could literally do Appaloosa or Simorg. Okay, we'll activate Simorg here. Special summon our Omni Negate. And it's his turn. Extravagance. Sure, we'll negate it. No draws, sir. And he's fucked. So, that's another win. Alright, Rescue Rabbit to start. Already got cards in his hand to negate me. Okay, I think he might have Effect Veiler in hand. What is the move here? There's not really Gladiator Beast I can immediately summon from the deck that makes a big difference. So we'll pitch the second Rescue Rabbit because this card is completely useless. Okay, we'll now go into Test Panther. Okay, activate Test Panther. He Effect Veilers it. Okay, so I called it right. I knew he had Effect Veiler. That is quite annoying, because now I can't use either of his effects. But what I can do is test Tiger. This guy didn't really give me a choice, unfortunately. I kind of just have to go into Bestiari, but we will just go into Simorg. I think I'm going to do Barrier Statue. I think I'm going to prevent him from special summoning. Pot of Prosperity. Numeron. Okay, he's playing Numeron, Forbidden Droplet, Time Lord. What the hell is this?
Officer, I got one question for you. What are those?
He's playing Time Lord. On the bright side, he can't special summon them, right? Unless there's a Wind Time Lord. Okay. What the hell just happened? I don't know what these cards do. Shuffles every card back into my deck. Yo, this is kind of fire. Barrier Statue, I think, might have shut him down, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's actually big. What's this card do? Do I negate it? If this card battled, blah blah, once per turn, if your opponent draws a card, inflict 1,000 damage. During your standby phase, shuffle this into the deck. That's okay. No game, I don't want to negate my own fire formation tanky. We'll grab our Fractal. Droll and Lockbird? Okay, I'm gonna have to Apex Avian that, because I need to make some plays. No hand trap for you, sir. No hand trap. Okay, we're gonna grab at the end of this combo here, we're gonna grab a Karis, because we'll grab the Karis here and be able to special summon him. Oh, he's not a wind. He's not a wind, that's right. Oopsies. Oh, we could go Ancient Warrior here. Let's do it. Let's go Ancient Warrior Oath. Double Dragon Lords. And we could Appaloosa off of that even. For multiple negates. But I'm okay where we're at. Let's just do some damage. Wait, he can't be destroyed by battle or take no damage? Wait. Okay, do I just have to do this then? I can get rid of this tanky. This tanky doesn't really matter. Okay, that was slight misplay because I don't know what this card does. But we're fine. In this end phase, we're going to have an Omni Negate. We're going to have a Bounce. Okay, what's he going to play? This fucker again.
What are those?
We will double Dragon Lords here. I'm not letting him do anything potentially funky. He paid 4K to negate Regeki. Oh, and this guy just surrenders. Damn, double Dragon Lords is pretty solid. Definitely glad I have that card in my extra deck now. Pot of Desires. You playing Tri-Brigade? Oh, Sky Strikers. Fuck yeah. This is gonna be fun. But yeah, the people who have this are more scary. Because you know they grinded. They grinded that solo mode. This is why all these cards are like on the limited list, because they're really strong when they're not limited. Okay, so he's getting a Sky Striker. If I can OTK here, maybe, but the fact of the matter is, he's probably got hand traps. Alright, let's try to bait out a negate immediately. Yeah, he has hand traps. Okay, he was very quick to Ash, but honestly, I was literally just trying to bait something out with that. Sir, that was a little premature. Okay, we'll send Kit and do the whole thing. Alright, let's set up some negates here. Shall we? Out comes Dragacies. Now this is one of the rare occasions against Sky Strikers where you're going to want to make Heraclinos before you make anyone else, because Sky Strikers use all spells. But yeah, now we will tag in 2 high levels. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, perfect. Yeah, you don't need 3 bullet load. Okay, we're going to negate all your spell cards, buddy.
Are you sure about that?
We can test Panther using Editor and Karis. Activate Test Panther, bring the comeback to our hand. We don't really need to tag out Andal. What we're gonna do instead is summon Cross Sheep. I completely fucked up. I forgot Heraclinos is a Beast Warrior. I guess I'll just do Simorg then. Okay, well I guess we'll just summon an Omni Negate instead. But that's really unfortunate. I always forget Heraclinos is a Beast Warrior. Alright, we have a spell. Yeah, we can negate one of his spells. Or one face-up monster in the field, negate that monster's effects. I mean, I don't really have a choice. Return Apex Avion to the hand, and now we have a second card in hand to also negate. Okay, well now I have to chain to this one too. But they're all quick play spells, this is going to be rough. Chainlink 4, he's going to have a Chainlink 5 probably, right? It resolves, oh my god, we negated everything. And at the end of this whole thing, I'm still going to have a negate because Apex Avion's back to the hand. I can't remember what engage does off the top of my head. You control no monsters, add a Strike Striker card from your deck to your hand. Then if you have 3 more spells, draw. Okay, I guess we'll just negate this too. If he has another one in his hand, then he has another one in his hand. But we're just trying to shut down everything. Please don't have another good card to play. He has another engage, of course. Round of applause for Sky Strikers, everyone. Links into Hayate. Sends a Sky Striker card from deck to grave. Summons Ash Blossom. Is he going to link 2 or something? Why doesn't Ash Blossom have a summon animation? That'd be hilarious. Okay, he banishes that to my end phase. Okay, here I'm going to go Nerval. Get that Tri-Brigade out there. Make some plays happen. Ooh, Vespasius to the hand. Okay, we'll do Nerval's effect. Banish 2 Kartos. Alright, let's just swing in. Simorg. You can't activate your quick effect because I declared battle. Oh, Chief. Yeah, now that I think about it, I forgot I had Vespasius in my hand. But I still couldn't have won anyways. Okay, we'll activate Dragacies. We're just gonna have to set up as many negates as possible now. Editor's in the grave, so now it's literally just about link summoning. The quest is really important to bring back here, actually. And not a Beast Warrior. Keep the Beast Warriors out of my face. Okay, we'll add this card back to the hand. Thank you, request. And he surrenders. Yeah, I would have set up a huge board there. We beat Sky Strikers. That just shows that this deck can go toe-to-toe with literally, like, top 10 decks in the game. Got a turn 2 hand. I'd say mine's probably... I'm slightly leaning more towards turn 1. Foolish Burial. He does it. He remembers the Destrudo. I mean, it's always safe. You know I have no negates or interruptions, so it's usually... You don't really want to Destrudo if you know your opponent has hand traps or anything, but since I don't, you're good. Okay, you set 2 back row. Oh shit, that's right. Rocket Tracer, the classic. You paid 4,000 life points to summon someone with 1,000 attack that can't synchro. And now you have a strong negate on the field. And probably imperm back there, so it might be a tough field for me to break. Let's see what we can make happen. Bring out Andal from the deck. Am I trying to bait you, or was that all part of the plan? Ash Blossom, eh? Well, I have Called by the Grave, so this is gonna force out another negate. Alright. We got Ash and the Borolo Dragon. Good stuff, good stuff. We got some negates off the field, but you still have stuff to activate, which is, like, I don't know if I can play through 3 interruptions, but we sure as hell are gonna try it. Dragasus. Okay, we're gonna attempt to do this. Dragasus attacks in. You can't be destroyed by battle. I believe we go in, but we'll see. I still don't know what you have set. There's the Imperm. Kind of a unfortunate time to get negated, but we can still make plays. Was that all your negates? Sweet! And at this point, all I can really do is end, unfortunately. I don't think I have any other option. Oh wait, yes I do. What is this mad lad doing? What is he doing? Bring back, come back. What card is it that you have set there? Is it like a quick play spell? What is it? Regardless, we're gonna bring back Editor. Use him again. Domitianus. Okay, activate Test Panther, tag out the Editor, bring out Augustus, who you negated earlier, but now since he wasn't on the field, his effect comes back. Oh my god, really? I can... Oh my god. Oh, I mean, I don't have anything in hand, unfortunately, but that's gross, man. That's disgusting. Appaloosa. I have 4 monster negates on board. Wow. Link summon to Striker Dragon. Okay, we're definitely negating Striker Dragon. Okay, during your main phase 2, remove 1 counter from this card. Wait, does this card starts with 4 counters on it? Bro, this card starts with 4 counters on it? What? This card is literally during your main phase 2, summon 4 rockets from your grave. I'm feeling relatively safe overall though, because I have Appaloosa still. Crazy stuff. Let's see what we draw. Don't know about that one. This is gonna look fugly, but I have to do it. This is gonna look so fugly. Okay, here we go. Come back. Am I missing something here? Don't know what I'm missing. This is taking some big brain maneuvering here. I really don't know what to do. Give that a whirl. Oh great, but this card gets a fucking counter on it. We love it. Main 2. Hold up, I gotta think now. Okay, let's do a little bit of a quest action. Okay, do I have anything I could go into here? That could cause you some trouble. Ah, I do. There we go. I think this is game. You go into the Simorg, your best friend, and we don't allow you to special summon anything that isn't wind. I played through 3 negates, and then you almost brought it back, but I just managed to pull out enough resources. That was really good. All right, and we will give Simorg the honors. Boom. Great game.